boy Zero, the Fallen Angel.
It's your boy Boots coming at you.
And we are
Paranormal Boys Ghosting Sheee.
And today we're coming at you at the Camarillo Ranch. Where specifically?
The Camarillo Ranch House here in Cam. This is where the first family lived that founded Camarillo, our hometown where FSTS comes from. Figure why not make this the first place to investigate. So to conduct our investigation here to see if there are any sort of spiritual activities here, we have a couple tools that are going to help us be able to figure out and make contact with any of these spirits. So our main one is going to be the ghost box, which is a radio that's able to scan frequencies to connect and reach out to any spirits. Okay. We've already had tested it before in previous instances, and it's worked crazy. It's worked crazy good.
Yeah.
Our other tool is going to be a EMF reader, because there's a theory that ghosts are connected to the electromagnetic field. That's what the EMF stands for. And hopefully we'll see that there's a change if we sense anything that's going to come near us. Okay. And then of course the last one being the temperature reader. Obviously one of the biggest knowns when it comes to ghosts is there's this dramatic drop in change. And granted, it is a cold night, so we'll see how trustworthy this is. So that's what we're going to be looking forward to right now.
Oh yeah, can't wait. Hella excited. See what's going on behind this eerie looking place.
All right, so before we actually start the investigation portion of this, we're going to dive into a little bit of history of the house and its importance. Now, right off the bat, from whatever we had researched, there are no exact recordings of any sort of spiritual hauntings here at the house. Nothing that we could look up, so we can only assume that there could be, because a couple of the family members did die here at this house. And granted that this house was not just a house, it was actually land, it was farmland. Yeah. So granted, in any farming instances, there's going to be accidents happening and whatnot. So the biggest thing being that this house, or this city and the house itself, was founded by Juan Camarillo, who was part of the expedition of Gerardes Padres, coming to California from 1834 until he settled in 1857. They were part of the group that were expanding out west once the U.S. had claimed California and many other modern states today, such as Arizona and Nevada and whatnot. So they came over here and settled. He settled here with his wife. They got married in 1840, but officially settled here in 1857. They actually settled in Ventura, California here first, until they decided to stay out here, which was a little bit more newer, since Ventura had already been set up. So they were actually becoming the fourth European family in this town. In 1876, Juan Camarillo had bought 10,000 acres of this ranch. So 10,000 of this land was owned by him and his family. Immediately started farming here, everything from fruits, vegetables, seeds and whatnot. So it's just a little bit about what the house is about. So it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
So a lot of rich history here, though, obviously.
But imagine owning that many.
A lot. That's a lot.
Acres of land.
And now it's kind of sized down to this, but no, they owned a good chunk of this land and built it up since then.
You could only imagine what it must have looked like without
the buildings
and all that.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about it.
It must look pretty nice when it was just,
just flat land at that point. Yeah. So obviously, as I said before, we have our EMF reader right here. It's going to detect if there's any sort of changes in electromagnetic fields. Already it kind of seems like we already got some right here. So I can only imagine, now it's gone. But I can only imagine what kind of electromagnetic fields we're going to get around here, being that this is kind of an industrial area a little bit with office complexes. Yeah. So obviously that's the first one, so we'll monitor that as we go. And obviously we have the ghost box right here. So I'm going to turn this on. It's going to scan frequencies, and we'll see if we're going to get anything, see if we hear anything now. It's with us here tonight.
Do you miss the farm?
Love. Thought I heard love. Awesome. Were you part of the family or were you a worker here? Mula? Kind of sound like Mula, no? Sound like Mula. Were you a worker here?
Do you miss the peace?
Calm. What did you do on this land?
If they threw some killer carne asada, man, I'm with you on that.
Did you guys eat a lot here?
Did you have a lot of animals?
No, it changes currently right now. Did you work with the animals?
Like big butts and cannot lie? Did you have horses?
Did you work with horses?
What was your horse's name?
Did you take care of the horses? No. Oh. Well, it could be something. It could be something. You might be getting something on the EMF read. Well, you might be getting something. There's a possibility.
Yeah.
Get a lot of little subliminal messages. Are you next to us? Are you right next to Zero? Here. Are you here with us?
I heard that.
Are you here with us right now? Are you next to Zero? Do you not like Zero? Upper hand. Are you strong? Are you powerful? Okay. Now the reading is gone.
It's bad. Sometimes I hear it kind of like Spanish music.
That's why. So I think that's the tricky part. Because obviously this was owned by Mexico at first, and of course the indigenous people were here. So there's potential. We could be getting something here. We just don't even know.
We are getting something on the scanner.
So there could be something here coming like around us, whatnot, possibly. And we're not under any power lines or anything. So, oh man.
Okay.
So,
wow. Might have figured something out there.
There could be. So we'll possibly be moving to another area to get further evaluation, possibly closer near the barn, since that's where all the animals were. Obviously, there could be some spiritual presence of animals. So let's go check that out.
Let's do it.
All right. So what do you think so far? I mean, kind of trippy, no?
Really trippy. Oh man, I don't know. Feel it in a weird way. It's kind of like a connection, sort of. But
yeah, for real. There's since grew up here and whatnot.
True. I mean, my dad worked in Somis, which is not far from here. So being in a ranch life and staying a bit overnight does kind of bring back some nostalgia for me. But other than that, let's see what else we could find here.
So now we're at the barn portion of it. This is where they would have kept all the livestock and equipment. So we figured maybe we can get some more information over here, possibly animal spirituals, because there are some beliefs that animal spirits do inhabit areas and haunted places as well, dogs and cats and whatnot, but it could even be horses and whatnot.
That's true.
A little bit more information. So the Camarillo Ranch House, also known as the Adolfo Camarillo House, that's the founder of the house and the land. The house itself is a Queen Anne style Victorian house. That's 19th century, 1800s later in the time. It was built in 1892 and it stands at 6,000 square feet. So obviously, looking at it from our perspective, it's actually very, very tall in that fact. Adolfo Camarillo himself had operated the ranch for 78 years. They've changed operations drastically from cattle or crops. He was a leading innovator in growing stuff as lima beans, barley, corn, alfalfa, walnuts, and citrus, and even eucalyptic trees. The house was added to the National Registry of Historical Places in 2003, so just about 3 years after we were born.
Oh, wow.
So you can see the kind of importance that this house had, not just the house standing by itself as the founder's house, but also as a farm, and knowing in this county that this is a very prominent farming land. So then, like I said, let's see if we can catch something over here.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Okay, we are now back with the EMF reader
and our ghost box.
So
let's get this going.
All right, as you can see so far, we got green.
Are there any spirits with us right now? Dangerous. He said dangerous. Were you a worker here? Were conditions here dangerous?
Were there any harm in the farm?
Were the animals taken care of? Were you human or were you livestock? Study.
Were you a student? Or were you a professor? Still getting nothing on the EMF. Either, so.
Were you here after the 19th century? After the 1800s? Interesting.
Is this where you kept the saddle?
It sounds Spanish.
Is this where you kept the cows? Do you talk English or Spanish? Do you speak European?
Are you white or Mexican? S-N? S-N?
Did it say identify?
Identify?
No, did it really just say identify?
What do you identify as?
Are you that bird flying over?
Did you work on this land? Were you part of the family?
Were you a worker?
Face.
It sounded like Bruno Mars.
It sounded like face.
I think we found Bruno Mars.
Very possibly. Mine?
Gosh, I really have to listen back to this audio.
For real, yeah.
I might decipher some of the Spanish.
That's a big factor in it too, because remember this was Mexican land at once.
Mm-hmm. Do you miss your grandchildren?
No. Kind of hard to say.
Do you miss your mother?
Are you a mother?
Are you a father?
I heard threats. Jesus? Were you spiritual? Were you a spiritual person? A thing?
Do you walk around the barns at night? Would you like privacy?
Are we disturbing you? Trouble. I heard trouble.
Character.
Oh, man. All right, so
Nothing technically on the EMF reader, but
a couple of things here or there, but not as strong as we were in the previous location.
Yeah. Other location is stronger.
I mean, reached out as best as we can. Nothing so much on this side. Yeah. I mean, again, do you have anything that you probably see right now? Right now at this moment?
I don't know. Honestly, after hearing Trouble and Dangerous after this one, it seemed like this was not the spot to be at, other than over there.
Possibly. Give or take, it was right next to the livestock, and unfortunately, the livestock is.
What if there were Spanish livestock?
Oh, that's true. That's
why they responded in Spanish.
Gosh. Well, there's probably one more location we probably check out, and then we'll see what we come back with our results.
That's right.
All right, so we've arrived to our last location. We're on the other side of the house. That's a little bit more closer to the garden portion of it. A lot of nice flowers and nice setup over there. So we'll see if there's any possibility of getting anything else over here.
It's true.
So very lastly, more about the family in the house. So after they were receiving the title to the ranch from Adolfo's mother, in 1891, from Adolfo Camarillo, he hired architects Herman Onloff and Franklin Ward in 1892 to build a 6,000 square foot Queen Anne style Victoria house. Obviously, that house that stands right here. So he had brought people in to build a house specifically in this style, which again stands pretty large and pretty
impressive.
Very European style, like as opposed to the other houses that were built here. They also had designed another family house out in Santa Paula. The house has 2 turrets, a large veranda, and sprawling lawns. So it just kind of spans out all over the land. Adolfo also planted many varieties of trees, including eucalyptus, all around the house. So that's why there's so many different variety of trees that are sitting out here right now. The ones that are we are right under. The Camarillo Ranch House became the center of the sprawling Rancho Caligras for the next 70 years. So that's very pretty common tree that's actually grown around here in the city. From the ranch house, Adolfo oversaw the ranch's production in lima beans, walnuts, and citrus, as we said before. The house was also very known for holding lots of events, just as it does right now, which can be rented out for parties and ceremonies and events as such. But it was actually used to host barbecues, rodeos, and fiestas held by Adolfo himself. So Adolfo and his family actually lived here in this 3-story Victorian house until, unfortunately, his death, which was in December of 1958. Unfortunately, I couldn't verify in my research that he died here or was at one of the possible offices or hospitals that were built here. We can only assume that he did die here. He died of pneumonia, and his body's actually is buried into the crypt that's actually at the church, not far from here on the other side of the road. Yeah. So, I mean, if we want, we can try to see if there's Adolfo or any of his family members out here.
Let's do it.
All right, so you already know the gist. EMF reader, ghost box. Let's see who we can contact.
Well, we have a little bit of activity going on. Not much.
Are there any spirits with us right now?
Do you want to party?
So, did you like to sing here? Did you sing at these parties?
Would you host another party?
Economic activities. Did your company have a party here?
Did you throw fiestas here?
Were you part of the rodeos? Were you having fun?
Do you wish to be back at this house?
Do you like the house? Got some Mexican music. Gods? You got to be here for the party, is what you're saying. Are you trying to bring us into the party? I'd like to bring you out to the party. I'm not getting anything on the readers, but we did hear some Spanish music, though. It's a good sign. Ask about parties and whatnot.
Yeah, going from over there.
I don't think they're part of the investigation. Right story? Right story? Did you die on one of the many stories that are in this house?
Do you like the trees?
Did you help plant the trees?
Did you fall in love in one of these parties?
Honored. Were you an honored guest here? Were you important?
Huh.
Were you part of the government? Were you part of another family? Were you from Santa Paula?
Did you like to dance? Did you like to dance on the yard?
How many people were dancing?
Did you have a ball?
Can't really get a reading. Well, we're getting something, but it's not strong. It's not like the first time. You know what I'm saying?
Are you in a safe place right now?
Are you happy here? Do you need help moving on? Need? What do you need?
Do you want to reconnect with someone? Or do you need to reconnect with something?
Get out? Out? Are you trying to get out? Are you trying to move forward?
Or would you like us to get out?
Wedding? Reception? Oh! Did you have a wedding here? Were you part of any of the Camarillo's weddings? Okay, so let's try one more thing. Let's see if there's something that can help them reach out. I think I have an idea. All right, so the idea here is there's a possibility that sometimes you bring some kind of energy from what the spirits are familiar with that maybe they'll reach out. So we'll just try this real quick. End off with at least trying our best. So we have some banda music that we're gonna play in. Let's see if this reaches out to anybody. We'll play that for a little bit. We're getting some kind of reading. It's getting something. We'll have that playing in the back, and we'll just do one more check. Do you like this music? Do they play this kind of music at these parties or weddings? Something.
Almost sounded similar.
Sound a little bit like trumpets and whatnot.
Did you like dancing?
Yeah.
It says back because they keep playing Spanish music, so I'm assuming.
So maybe because we are getting a stronger connection with it, so there's a possibility.
Are you male or female?
Were you a member of the band? Were you someone who enjoyed this music? Did you dance to this music?
Did Did you walk around with your lover in the front yard?
Did all. Is your lover here, or have they moved on?
Is your lover no longer with you?
You might have lost him.
Are you lost? I repeat, are you lost?
Yeah, I'm not getting anything. Interesting. Interesting. I mean, it did come a little bit more strong. We did get more Spanish people coming back from this. Interesting take. We just take into consideration. If there were any spirits that had reached out to us or tried to reach out to us, we appreciate that you trying. We do not wish to disturb you any further, and we would rather leave you at peace. Thank you, and goodbye.
Goodbye.
And then we just close the portal out right there. And we'll see what we conclude with at the end of this investigation. All right, so we reached the end of our investigation. What do you take from this so far?
Honestly, it was pretty creepy. My first time checking this place out. I've been here for, years already, and this is my first time actually seeing it. It's beautiful on site. I mean, I wouldn't doubt that it's beautiful in the inside as well, but until then, do more investigating.
We'll be looking to investigate more. If you guys have more, please suggest them to us on all platforms and on here in this video. Our findings in conclusion, it's inconclusive. It's up to anybody's interpretation, because we did get some stuff. We didn't get some stuff. We'll have to see what we look back on.
That's true.
Thank you for joining us on our first segment of Paranormal Boys Ghost and Sheee.
That's
right. All right, catch you on the next one, guys.
Hell yeah.